Welcome to the Exit Plan Show. Today's guest is Chris Bauck. He's the founder of SDR Ventures in Greenwood Village, Colorado. Stick around to the end of this episode because we're going to show you how to subscribe to our newsletter and win a free copy of the #1 book about exit planning. Thank you to Zarlingo Robb, CPAs and Business Advisors in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, for providing a location for us to film this episode. At Zarlingo Robb, they think like business owners. For more information about Zarlingo Robb, please click the link in our website show notes. Hi, I'm Norman A. Hood, financial advisor and host of the Exit Plan Show. I interview America's top advisors like today's guest, Chris Bauck, to help business owners like you enjoy more personal freedom, grow your company faster, and retire someday on your own terms. Chris Bauck works with clients to execute mergers and acquisitions, secure equity and debt financing, and maximize shareholder value. Okay, welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Today's subject is selecting a transaction intermediary, and often a transaction intermediary is an investment banker.
Right.
Okay? And we know experience is pretty important.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be the first business that an investment banker sold.
No, you don't want to be the test run.
And so, how important is the investment banker's experience when it comes to selling your company?
It's very important. I mean, we learn something new in every transaction. The aspects of a transaction, the deal terms of a transaction, change kind of every day. And so you want an investment banker that is current, that is doing a lot of transactions, and can best represent your interests.
Okay, and I know you have quite a few people in your firm, don't you?
Yeah, there's 23 of us at the firm.
And so do different people in your firm, follow different industries, or how's that work? I'm curious about that.
Well, we are starting to develop specializations, and there are folks in the firm that are gaining expertise in particular industries. For example, myself, I focus on healthcare and healthcare IT. We've got a gal in our office that focuses on the pet industry. My partner has owned distribution companies, and so he's kind of an expert in distribution companies. So yes, we are developing expertises at the firm.
Okay, so a firm with more expertise in different industries is obviously beneficial.
Yeah, and you can apply what you learned in this industry to other industries as well.
And you've been in investment banking for how long?
25 years.
Okay, so you have a lot of experience for sitting right here.
Right.
Okay, great. Obviously someone's going to engage an investment banker. They're going to do a little research on their own, and they're going to ask for references. But I guess the next question is now you have references, so what specific questions should you maybe ask the references?
Well, a lot of the questions that we get is how many transactions have you closed? What's your deal volume? What expertise do you have in my industry? Who will be working on my transaction? Who is the deal team, if you will? The other question that we get is, have you closed a transaction in our space? And that's an extremely relevant question, but I would caution your audience to examine carefully if they're going to select a banker that is beholden to an industry group. Because if you think about it, if an investment banker makes their entire living selling companies to one particular audience, who are they working for? Are they working for you, or are they working for their audience? And so those are some of the questions that we get. I think probably the most important factor in all of this is, what questions are the investment banker asking you?
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, more's better too, probably. Huh?
Well, yeah. Are they taking a genuine interest in understanding your business, understanding your motivations and goals, and really kind of what is driving your decision?
Okay, because we talked about this in an earlier interview. Sometimes selling the business isn't the only area you get involved in.
No, we'll help business owners buy a company, expand through acquisition. We'll help them raise debt or equity. A lot of times a business needs capital to grow, and we'll help them source that capital.
Okay, so I'm sure this comes up. Have you ever been approached by a business owner who thinks they want to pursue a growth through acquisition strategy, but then after all your questioning, you determine that that's maybe not the best way?
Well, yeah, we have had that happen, where they'll come in and say, I think I want to grow through acquisition. And then when we look at the M&A markets, we look at transaction multiples that are being paid for companies. They sit back and think about it, think about what that means for themselves. And not oftentimes, but sometimes a business owner will say, well, geez, if companies are paying these multiples for companies like mine, maybe it is time to sell.
Okay, good information. So I guess you're not pro bono.
Yeah, no, we turned pro after college.
Okay, so there's fees involved with the investment banking, and when a seller is considering using an investment banker, what questions should they ask about fees?
Well, there are many different fee models out there, and what we find is that if you hire an expert, an investment banker that has been there, done that, oftentimes the fees don't really matter, because through the negotiation process, through the auction process, they will recoup multiples of their fees. Mm-hmm. But there are typically two components of fees. One are upfront retainers or monthly engagement fees, and then the second component is the success fee. That is typically defined as a percentage of the transaction and is paid at closing.
Which obviously, if it's a percentage of the transaction, it's to your advantage to get a buyer or a seller as much as possible.
Absolutely. We want our interests to be aligned with the business owner for sure.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay, anything else you think we should cover in the area of in this particular area?
Well, I think I'd like to just highlight at SDR, we seek long-term relationships with our business owners. We have one client where we did a total of 10 transactions for that client. When we started working with them, they had 18 employees at their company. When they ended up ultimately exiting their company, they had 263 employees.
Wow.
And so we really seek to establish long-term relationships with our business owners and really get to understand what they want to accomplish with their business.
Okay, great information. Thanks a lot. So that's it with Chris Bauk with SDR Ventures. If you want more information about Chris, please visit our website, check out the show notes. You'll find a link there to his website, more information about him. And while you're on our website, you can also subscribe to our newsletter, which gives you an opportunity to win a free copy of the #1 book about exit planning.